Today I'm going to walk you through one of the best main quests in zombies that you've never played. This is World War II Zombies, the Final Reich. Starting things off with our loadout, I have Hoarder so that we get an extra perk slot, we have Pack Mule so I get an extra weapon, and Vicious so I get extra damage when I activate Frontline. I'm using Semtex grenades and the 9mm SAP. You can also use the 1911s, but it's up to you. I'm also running the full special meter and insta-kill consumables. And if you've never played World War II Zombies, you are in for such a treat. This is perhaps one of the most atmospheric zombie games we've ever had. And this is using the classic point system, so melee kills are going to be worth 130 points, and any hit marker you get is going to be worth 10 points. And in terms of the specifics of how the perk system works and how the armor system works, I will cover it because I know not a lot of people played this game, but I also mainly want to cover the main quest because, well, that's the whole point of this video. So we've survived a couple waves. I'm going to open the door to the village area, and our first task is going to be turning on this generator. And we can do that by following these wires all the way to these little valves, and we can turn these valves. And something that World War II Zombies was really big on was jump scares. And so whenever you turn these valves, there is a chance you will get a jump scare. So that's one done. We will follow this wire. I believe it goes down over here. Yep, indeed. There you go. That was a good little jump scare, wasn't it? That used to freak me out the first time I played this map. But unfortunately, with World War II, okay, and now the third one is going to be following over here. A big thing with World War II Zombies that a lot of people felt, especially with the Final Reich, was that it relied so much on the horror, and the round-based formatting, I guess, kind of killed that, because the horror really only works when it's a linear experience. But when you're doing the same thing every game, the jump scares, when they're in the same spots, you come to expect them, so they don't really jump scare you anymore. But anyway, now we have these three lights on. We can activate this pilot light, which is a really cinematic, and we get introduced to our first special zombie of the mode. These are the pests. They are really easy to kill, but also pretty darn terrifying. This is a double points, so let's take advantage of that while we can. And also, this game does not have Jug, so you will want to go up to one of these Geistchild places and buy armor. We'll get into how armor works, but first, now that we've opened this up, we'll jump down. We have, I think this is, what is this, double tap? No, this is stamina up. We have a door that goes over there, but the first thing we need to do is come up this, turn on this generator, which will give power all the way to this door, and we can open up the bunker door. And you'll notice if you hit tab or whatever the back button is on your console, we have objectives on the top left, and that is basically what we're doing for this Easter egg. We are doing the casual version of this Easter egg, and now we need to figure out how to open the salt mine door, which is basically just turning on the power. So there are two doors on either side of this room, which we can open. Oh, not, I guess we cannot. Well, maybe we can get some points. Good. Gotta be careful. I only have this pistol. And so now there's just two power switches we have to hit in quick succession, which one of them is right here, and then I'll kind of show you to run around this way. I know whenever you don't know a map layout, it's really difficult, so I'll try not to make as many cuts as I can. And then over on the left side of the map, we can just keep running down here. There's a little turn. There might be a jump scare over here. We need to run all the way back. I believe it's up top here, if I'm not mistaken. I really hope I'm not mistaken, because that would be quite embarrassing. There's another armor thing. Yes, there it is. Sweet. All right. Now we've given power to the salt mine door, but I think we'll need to save up some points in order to open it fully. So we should probably go to the next round, because if we go back, we can see how much is this going to cost? Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, we don't need that. This drop is the equivalent of a full power, but we can overcharge. You can see our specialist just got overcharged there. It turned red, which means we essentially have twice the amount of charge in our specialist. And my specialist is basically like Frenzied Guard and Ring of Fire put together. It's really cool. If you're a fan of Black Ops 6 or Cold War Zombies, you will love World War II Zombies. It's really similar. Now, I am going to jump down here and open this door, because in here we have the PPSH for 1,000 points, and I love the PPSH on this map, or in World War II in general. I don't know what it is about it. I'm just a big fan, so we're going to buy the PPSH, and it's so satisfying. It was really powerful in the multiplayer, so I think that might be why I like it. You can see I have it diamond. Oh, and we have our very first special round round. This is the max ammo round, and it just consists of these pests. Again, they're really easy to take out, but now we have 1,500 points, so we can open the salt mine door. So we can come over here, open up this door. We gotta run around for this pest so it doesn't hit us, and when we open the salt mine door, we have to be careful because there's gonna be some explosive guys. If you kill the first of them, you can see they're actually like 2 zombies stuck together. If you kill the primary zombie, it will drop the bomb on the ground, as you can see there, and you can explode these bombs. If zombies are coming by, you could do that. So pretty interesting stuff. There's just our nuke. But then when we make our way all the way down here, we enter in the Emperor's Chamber, and we need to activate this device to expose the hilt, which we can do so right here. Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it? And now you'll see this red ring around here that we need to get zombie kills in, and I love the animation. They went in so hard. I feel so bad because I did not play a lot of World War II zombies, and I very clearly missed out on this experience. Look at this, it's just beautiful. And once it gets charged up enough, look at that, it will do some fun animation. This thing will move on up, and now we need to go up to the top, and right here you can see the device is stuck in this little device, so we need to turn this crank, make sure the coast is clear. Once we open it up, that should be it. Great. And now this device is going to go back and forth between the 2 areas we turned on power, and as you can see, it turned off the lights. Like I said, this was a very atmospheric mode. This was very bring horror back to the zombies franchise kind of deal. But before I forgot, we gotta come all the way up here, and I believe we have to push this button to initiate the transfer. This is, I think, a melee macchiato, more or less. Increases your melee damage. But yes, now you can see the red ring is around here, and we need to charge it with zombie kills. Pretty simple. Soul chest, nothing too crazy. It is only round 6. I don't have Pack-a-Punched unlocked yet. And you'll just follow this down into one of these devices that we're about to see. Be careful when you're over in this area. Sometimes these guys come to life and break out. It's one of the big boss zombies of the map. And I think this is Speed Cola over here. So we just have to kill some more zombies inside the circle to get this thing powered up. And I think this is enough. Now all we need to do is defend this. And if you are into the newer zombies games, one thing you might not be accustomed to is the tight close quarter spaces. So that's definitely something you need to practice, training in tight spaces. But as you saw, I just used a Simtex there and just destroyed all of these guys. So we should be okay. This machine is going. It's like, I know I'm commentating over a lot of this and it's losing a lot of the aura and the atmosphere, but playing this alone at night with the lights off, oh yeah, look at that guy, let's go. Hey, so if you shoot this guy, he gets a little mad, and then he like charges you like the Abomination does. And if you're better than I am, you can like dodge his attacks and then shoot him in the back because that's his weak spot. Oh, ran out of ammo. Bummer. That's okay. We can do that. We'll pick up this piece and then we're gonna run all the way back. I'm actually gonna go get some more ammo. We'll just jump down here again, go through this door and buy some ammo. And I know we don't have Pack-a-Punch yet, but I am going to go buy Double Tap, which is in the spawn room. If we go back behind this door, we can go into this room, and I believe this should be Double Tap. Yes, indeed. Increase weapon damage. Very nice. Now we should probably be able to take out this guy, right? Yeah, he's gonna charge that way. Oh, we got him. And we just came from this side, so the machine went all the way to the other side, to the right side, and it's stuck here because it needs more zombie kills. And once again, we just get a bunch of zombie kills. I think it's full now, and then we can defend this once it gets to where it's going. I will say, if I remember correctly, the bar isn't bad on this game. I wish I had more information about the weapons, because if I remember, the weapons in this game were absolutely insane. They had so many different special Pack-a-Punch effects. There's so many DLC weapons in all of the maps, and we have another awesome animation for our other Tesla gun part. And now that that's done, I was smart this time and saved a zombie. It should open up, turn the power back on, and we have another Tesla gun part. And that should be it, right? We're done. Nothing else to worry about. We just need to go back here and craft this thing back up. Isn't that Right. Oh, look at that guy. What an entrance. What an entrance. Look at that. This is, I believe, a Brenner. He has a flamethrower, if you couldn't tell. I believe you can shoot the back of his flamethrower and it should disable it. Yep, there you go. There's one explosion and then we can run around him. He's pretty intense, but so long as you have a good training area, you should be okay. And we're low on ammo again. Bummer. That's the thing with World War II zombies, I feel like. A lot of the time I find myself low on ammo, but it's okay. The Pack-a-Punch always gives you ammo. Spoiler alert. Ooh, we have an insta-kill. That's good. If I could find where this Brenner is. Oh, I killed him. I killed him just right here. So there's his head that we need to pay attention to. That's going to be a step of the Easter egg. But now that that's done, we can return back into here. The lights have turned back on. That was a jump scare. Again, unfazed. It just happens so often. And now we can come back up to here and assemble the Tesla gun. This is the wonder weapon of the map, and it's pretty bad. You have to upgrade it for it to be good. But luckily, you don't need to upgrade it to do this casual Easter egg. So now we could pick up the Tesla gun. But because I have one of those abilities that allows me to have 3 weapons, I have 3 weapons, which is gonna be huge. And strangely enough, we have the wonder weapon before we activated Pack-a-Punch. So I wanna do that now. In order to activate Pack-a-Punch, there are these yellow tubes around the map that we need to go down. But those tubes are disabled, as you can clearly see. So we need to first enable those tubes so we can go down them, which we do so by jumping down here, going past the PPSH wall by, going down this corridor, and this is, believe it or not, the Pack-a-Punch room. And in this room, it's a big square room. I know it's kind of confusing. There's this thing that will allow us to initiate the pipes, and it plays a really cool animation. There's blood on the ground. It's really cool, but you can see the pipes back there. That's what we need to get down because there's buttons behind those walls. And so now if we make our way back to these tubes, they should be open. And now we can travel in them with 250 points. And once we get out of the tubes, we need to make sure to press this switch and it will open 1/3 of the Pack-a-Punch little cage, I guess. You can see 1 green, 2 red. The next Pack-a-Punch tube is going to be right where we got double tap. If we move back into spawn, this is quite a big map. Here's where we got double tap. If we take a left and we go into this area, which will be important to us very soon. Down here at this dead end, on the very left, we've got some Easter egg stuff, and we've got another pipe, a disposal tube we can use to jump on down here, activate another switch, and occasionally you will get this red effect, which is so cool. And we'll get some special zombies that spawn. It's nothing too crazy. It's more for atmosphere than anything, but man, is it so cool. And the next tube is going to be inside the bunker, going down this left side. And this is where we were building our Tesla gun part, just right there. If we go to the left, we have our last tube. Once we travel down it, we can activate this switch, which opens up Pack-a-Punch for real. And I am going to finally Pack-a-Punch our starting weapon, this 9mm SAP, the SAP. Oh, it's wonderful. It's one of the best weapons in the game, at least from what I remember. I don't know, it's been a long time. Now we can take it because the next step of this Easter egg is pretty tough. In fact, I want a couple perks before we do this. We're gonna go back to spawn, and in spawn there's quick revive, and between you and me, I would really like some speed cola. That's 3,000 points. Okay, that's not too bad. We can do this. All right, 3,000 points. Let's grab this perk. This perk animation, you are not invincible when you're buying the perk, so that's always one of the big things about this game, which is really sad. But now that we've got speed cola, I'm feeling really good. We've got an upgraded starting pistol, which turns into a shotgun, and it's really, really powerful. I'm going to re-up on my armor for 1,000 points. Dang, okay. And now we need to examine the right hand of God. We come over here, we examine it, and now we're tasked with, what does it say? Route the energy to the tower. So what that means is there are 4 panels across the map. If we come up to the second area where we built the Tesla gun, there is this energy thing and a map where all of these stations are, but we will activate this and we need to memorize green, green, red, blue. I'm gonna write that down. Green, green, red, blue. Now this is time, so we need to flip these to green, and I'm gonna try to do this uninterrupted as I can. I believe this is the fastest route. The colors are indeed in German, but you know, the first starting letter is the same of all the letters, thankfully. We just run down here. This is a door you have to buy, and then it's going to be green, green. And then if we go through here, there's a secondary entrance or exit, I should say. Oh, I hope I have enough points to open all these doors. I might not. And then this is going to be red, and then blue is up here. I might not have enough points to open these doors. Oh no. If we go turn right here, I really hope there's no door. Oh, there's a door. Do I have enough points for it, or do we have to go around? Oh, I have to go around. Okay, well, usually that door's faster, but oh no, 1500. Oh no, we might not do it in time. We have to go all the way around. Go, donuts, go. Pro tip, you might want to open up all the doors because the last one is here and it should be blue, and I think we got it. Maybe do that to blue. And did we do it? And it turns out I didn't do that in time. I'm sorry if this is a little weird jump cut, but I failed that step, which I guess is a good example to show you what happens when you fail that step. So what I need to do now is I'm going to get up some points so I can open up that door, so that way we don't fail that step again. So let's open up this door for 1500. I think we should be good now. Luckily, I was able to restart that step right away. You do not need to flip around. You could just try again. So we will try again. We'll activate this green, green, red, blue. We'll do green. We'll run all the way down again. This is also green right outside the Pack-a-Punch area, running through the Pack-a-Punch. And then this third one will be red. And now we can come out here. And once we get up here, make a sharp turn to the right and just hang to our right, make our way back through the door that was closed before and go all the way up through. And this should be blue. And I think that should do it, pretty please. Yes, indeed it did. All right, now we need to activate and defend the central lightning rod. This one you're going to want to get set up for. Pack-a-Punch gun or guns, double tap, speed cola, max armor, all this stuff. We can come over here now, and this is the famous lightning rod defense step. We're going to hold this here, and we need to activate this. Now, I have it on semi-good authority, people from my Discord saying that for this step, all you need is the frontline field upgrade. Oh, a Brenner. Oh no, it's round 13. Let's get this nuke, and let's kill this Brenner as fast as we can, dude. I'm telling you, this 9mm is awesome. But as I was saying, there are a lot of strategies for this step. This lightning rod does have a lot of health, and so what I'm told, we have to defend it for like 60 seconds, I think. On my Discord, people have said all you need to do is go train in the village area, that like spawn room, and keep an eye on this indicator, and once it flashes red, activate the front line because it works like Frenzied Guard where all the zombies will start attacking you. They will stop being distracted by the lightning rod and they'll just attack you and you'll survive the step. I don't know how true that is, but man, this was very, very easy. Dang it, that was really easy. That was that first step done. Now we need to do the same thing with 2 of these levers. So we're gonna initiate this one, we'll need to defend that, and we'll initiate this one, we'll need to defend that. Oh, and an insta-kill's perfect too. Look at that. Let's get you off of here. That means we can use basically any weapon now. And this is the step that I decided to use frontline for. So if you do ever get overwhelmed with anything, you can use frontline. It's just like Frenzied Guard. The zombies will start attacking you instead of attacking the lightning rod, and you should pass the step. The cool thing about frontline too, ooh, max ammo, nice. The cool thing about frontline is that it's like Frenzied Guard and Ring of Fire all together. You get a damage boost when you're in frontline. It's really, really good. I'm saying, dude, World War II Zombies, criminally underrated, criminally underrated. That being said, the Final Reich does get a lot of praise, so. But any minute now, it feels like we're getting to the end here. This is a lot easier than I remember. Look at that, we're done, not even needing an activation. And look at that cool little effect of your screen going a little bit desaturated. Oh, as lightning strikes the thing. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. And congratulations, that was probably the hardest part of this entire Easter egg. And now we need to go back down and activate the right hand of God. So we need to go all the way back down to the salt mine and into the Emperor's chamber. And I believe, yes, we need to activate this guy. We'll activate him. And now, ooh, there's a Zeppelin. There's things turning. Look at that mysterious symbol. And there's a there's a commotion. There's a commotion in the village. Now you do want to save a zombie for this part because this one is kind of just tedious. And if you have a lot of points, which you should after that step, I would highly recommend hitting the box for Jack-in-the-Boxes. That's what they're called. Literally those things, Jack-in-the-Boxes. Oh no, okay, well there's the Lewis. Jack-in-the-Boxes are this game's monkey bombs, and they are really useful for this step. And if you want, you can pack a punch your regular gun. Like I said, I'm using a PPSH. There's a good amount of wall weapons, and there's a lot of good weapons in the box too if you want to experiment with those. And I know I'm passing up on a lot of good guns in the box, but for the purpose of this walkthrough, I want to show you what it's like with the PPSH. Oh, let's go. I feel like the Jack-in-the-Boxes are pretty common. But yes, I want to show you what it's like with a regular gun. Oh yes, but now in the village, there's a Zeppelin. I'm going to pack-a-punch my gun real quick, sorry. We'll just put this in here and admire the pack-a-punch camo. I always thought this one looked pretty nice. But yes, now there is a Zeppelin floating around in the air, and occasionally it'll light up with these lights that we need to shoot. And all we need to do is just make a big circle just like the Zeppelin, following this around, and eventually, if we damage one of those obvious video game weak spots enough, it should drop a battery just like, oh, that was a beautiful shot, Donuts, very good. And now we need to do this video gamey thing, open up this with a soul box, and it doesn't take much. I had to progress to the next round. All right, that took about, I want to say 15 to 20 zombies. So not too much, not too bad. I'm gonna train around here to get all of the zombies over this direction. Dang, those boomer zombies are really cool. Because now what we need to do is we need to bring that battery down to the right hand of God. And as you can tell, we move really slowly, and some of these zombies are really fast, so your best bet might just have to be getting to the end of the round. This is, in my opinion, the most tedious part of this step, or this quest, but between you and me, it's not all that bad, and it looks like I have a crawler here too, which is even more perfect. Let's go. There's a crawler. Let's pick up this battery, and let's you and me make our way down to the right hand of God. Don't be afraid to drop the battery, especially when more zombies spawn in. We will get more zombies once we get down here. Once we cross this threshold, you'll see there's tons of zombies. Sometimes you can make it through pretty good. The World War II zombies aren't too dangerous. They're pretty slow hitting, but that is one battery done. We need 3 batteries. So we'll make our way back up, head back into the village, and wait for the Zeppelin to return, which I'm not sure if it's time-based or round-based. We're gonna find out, I guess. And it appears that it's round-based because that objective just appeared on my map, and the Zeppelin is back. And so same deal, we just need to damage the Zeppelin, and I don't think, yeah, this is where this 9mm is not great. It cannot reach the Zeppelin, so we are gonna need to use our PPSH. Lots of people saying the bacon and eggs are really good for this step, and honestly, that's good, but this is not the most difficult part of this Easter egg. This is pretty tedious. Oh, well, there you go, there's another battery, and it's dropped down there. We'll kill enemies near this again, and between you and me, yes, the Mustang and Sally's, the 1911s, are explosive and they are really good for the Zeppelin, but I want something that's really good for zombies because to me that's going to be the biggest threat here. Now we're down to 1 zombie again. He's running at me, which is not great. I'm just gonna keep sprinting. Maybe we need to, yeah, once we get hit twice, we'll do a little run around. In fact, while we're here, I am gonna jump down and get myself some stamina up, and maybe that'll help us go a little bit faster. Who knows? I haven't broken down stamina up in World War II zombies. I apologize. I don't have the stats nor the graphs, but we're doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe it does. I do feel a little faster. We just have to be careful once we go through this door, kind of snake around these guys. They'll hit me twice. There's one of my shields. That's perfectly fine. And that's 2 out of 3 done. I'm going to get more armor, and I'm going to get electric cherry as well. I think that's the only other perk that I think is viable. I should mention, if you're low on ammo, I believe with any gun, you can come down to the Pack-a-Punch and you can buy ammo for 4,000 points. Incredibly useful if you do have a box weapon. But we've turned around, we're back again, and the Zeppelin is also back. The Zeppelin does attack you. I should mention they send out like electric stuff and missiles, but being completely honest, it's not that dangerous. And I think one of these times you'll destroy the Zeppelin. I think it's usually like the second to last or the last one you're doing. It will spawn in or it'll crash down a fake one. I don't think I got good footage of it. I think it fell behind me, but I got a character quote saying like, oh my goodness, we got to do this again or something like that. So there will be one kind of like a troll, like, hey, you got one down, but you got to do it again. So if you get confused, there you go. There's another one. And that one fell down right here. Okay, good. So technically you need to shoot that down like 4 times, but the second to last one is a fake. At least every time I've done this Easter egg, it's been the second to last one. But this should be the very last battery that we need. And if you're doing this all within the first 20 to 25 rounds, you should be good. And we got the battery on a bug round, or a max ammo round. There's our max ammo. We'll take advantage of this time and try to run as far as we can. I guess I should explain how our armor works. You know, however long into the video this is, you can take 2 hits from a zombie without taking any armor damage, but once you get hit a 3rd time after getting hit twice, like if I were to get hit just then I would have lost an armor piece. And you can buy back armor. In fact, I might drop, yep, there's an armor piece gone. We will put this here. That is all connected. You can see I lost an armor piece because I got hit a 3rd time. So you get 2 hits for free. 3rd hit starts affecting your armor. And now we need to activate the left hand of God. Let's activate him. Oh, let's get out of here. And now we need to find some mysterious notes required to activate the voice of God. So let's get to the end of the round. I'm telling you, this pistol is like my favorite thing in zombies. And this is where the Brenner head comes into play. With this Brenner head that hopefully you have a couple of, I'm gonna get some armor now. We have a Brenner head that we're gonna use to reveal hidden notes. There are paintings around the map, like this one in the double tap room. So that's the Raven flying to the right. That's number 3. I am gonna write that down. There's basically 4 paintings designating 4 pictures and 4 numbers. It'll make sense. Watch. So there's another painting here, which we can take a look at. That Raven's going left, and that's 5. And then if we come back down this way, oh, this is not where I wanted to be. In this room that we passed, in one of the Tesla part rooms, there's a thing flying up, and that's 2. It's a very similar pathway that we took for these machines in the sewer. Right before we get to that device, there's this final painting right here, and it's coming at us at number 4. In fact, I probably did that really confusing, like, sorry about that. But once you run up here, the other painting is just through those doors right here. I know that I haven't really gone in this area that much, but this is where I circle around, especially for the boss fight too. This is a good area to train around. And then hopefully you knew where that double tap one was there. Not too complicated. It's pretty easy. But now that we have our symbols as well as our numbers, they're going to correlate to something on the right hand of God or the left hand of God, whichever one it is. I guess it's in the center here. So the one, that's the one going to the right. So this one is going to be 3. So we need to change that to number 3. This one is to the left. So that one's going to be number 5. Oh, that's going to take a while to turn, isn't it? Yeah, this is the most tedious part about classic zombies. Something great that Cold War did was allow you to interact with things without the need of zombies constantly on your back all the time. Just be patient, have a little bit of patience, train them around. That's number 5. That's beautiful. And then let's see, that one is up, which is going to be 2, which is awesome. Up is 2, and then down is 4. Coming at us is 4. So this one should be 4 and 4. Beautiful. All right. Now at this point in time, we are one step away from being boss fight ready. Make sure you have all of the perks, all of the guns you want. Pack-a-punch. There is no double pack-a-punch. Tesla gun's okay to have. It's really good for stunning zombies. But now we will interact with this, activate the voice of God, and we are going to shoot the hilt with the Tesla gun. And this is, as you can see, the point of no return. And this sound effect and this atmosphere, this like spectacle of this part right here, I wish I could accurately describe it and show it to you. There's nothing like it. That foghorn, it's otherworldly. It really is like the voice of God. It's so cool. I love the atmosphere that they have here in World War II. So we're going to shoot this with our Tesla gun, and we are going to obtain Barbarossa's, how do you say his name? This hilt. And that should prompt us to get, yep, wave completed. And this is not the end cutscene. This is the boss fight. And if you haven't already, meet the Amalgam's much cooler, bigger, and scarier older brother. In terms of the story, that guy in the middle, that's the guy we're supposed to be saving. So it's not looking good. They really went into the horror aspect of this mode. Look at that, the metal, the flesh and everything. Oh, it's so cool. This is the Panzer Mordor. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Now, this guy's a big softy. He's a big softy. He's not that big of a deal. It's really scary. Okay, never mind. He just took out one of my armor pieces just like that. All right, never mind about him being a big softy, but in order to damage him, we need to, once again, wait for, oh, that area's blocked off. We need to wait for the Zeppelin to return. And there are a lot of corridors blocked off, but this is actually a good thing because the pathway that they give you to travel is really good. It's really easy. And so what you can do is if you damage the Panzer enough, he is going to fall down and kneel, just like so. But while he's kneeling, we need to put a battery on him and electrocute him. Oh yeah, Panzer Mordor is stunned. So yeah, while he's stunned, just like that, we need to put a battery on him. And as we know exactly where to get the batteries from this Zeppelin. And this is why a lot of people suggested bacon and eggs or the 1911s for this, because this is pretty stressful your first time, and trying to balance shooting the Zeppelin with being aware of where the Panzer's at can be overwhelming, but I found this boss fight pretty simple and honestly not that big of a deal my first time through. All right, I dropped a battery. It didn't go where I thought it would go, but just like the other battery, we're going to use an insta-kill and collect all the souls. It's a pretty big radius. You just got to be careful not to be too close to the Panzer. And what would be wise... Yep, okay, so he's all good. We've got that. Now we just need to stun him. I tried to stun him near the battery. Oh boy, he is pretty hard hitting, isn't he? We're gonna try to get him stunned, and luckily he's right next to the battery. You don't have a ton of time, but then we could place that on. You'll get a max ammo, and congratulations. That is 1/3 of the way to defeating this guy. And now we'll get more zombies and everything. Oh, I don't want to be next to him. Go, donuts, go. Now we just need to wait for the Zeppelin to return, and you could just, while you're doing this, you could admire all of the set dressing and all of the beautiful art direction of the game. All right, that took like a concerningly long amount of time for that Zeppelin to come back. So if it does take quite a bit of time, don't worry, it appears that might be normal. All right, there's that other battery just over here. Beautiful. We'll try to steer clear of you. It appears as though the waves are continuing to go, which is not great. I mean, it'll be fine, but you know, oh, there's a lot of bad guys, a lot of bad guys. This is where Jack in the Box is really great, especially with the max ammo. That could be awesome. Oh boy, that Panzer's crazy. That Panzer's crazy. I was not giving the Panzer enough respect. Let's get this battery, pretty please. Batteries good. Let's kill the zombies. Ow, buddy, why'd you do that for? So now we can, nope. Okay, Panzer's over here. We've got the battery. Let's see. Panzer, can you come back over here? Thank you very much. Just make tight little circles, and eventually that should stun him. I think that stun will pick the battery up and stun him. Get a max ammo. Beautiful. We're one more time. And you can see you've got 2 batteries on him now. This is so cool. And once again, we're just waiting for the Zeppelin to return. All right, the Panzer is back, as well as the Zeppelin, and we can get going on this 3rd and final battery. Like I said, just takes a little bit of time. It's a little tedious running around here a lot, especially trying to get a good angle on the battery. I don't know, is it going to be fake again? Yeah, look at, oh, that's a good angle of it. It pulls it back up, so it'll do it in the boss fight too, that little fake battery fake out where it pulls it back up with the electricity. It's pretty cool. This is really awesome. But no worries, we just do that again. And a pro tip, don't get hit by that electricity. It does a good amount of damage to you. All right, there's the next battery. That seemed to be a lot easier, and I guess it wouldn't hurt to also damage the Panzer while you're taking out these things. Let's throw another monkey bomb. That way, when you do get the battery, it's a pretty fast ordeal. All right, battery's unlocked. Let's see if we can't get this Panzer stunned. No way, we got it. Let's go. Let's throw a monkey bomb, get the battery, and then stun the Panzer one final time. We did it. Let's go. And just enjoy this beautiful cutscene. It's so underrated. It's crazy underrated. Very low quality though. This looks like 720p, but that just might be my settings. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Well, I mean, that's kind of a spoiler there, but there's so much more to the story, and the Easter egg that we just went through is the casual Easter egg. Dang it, that's such a beautiful shot. This is the casual version. There's a hardcore version that's actually canon to what happens. This is the non-canon ending, and we have the hilt of Barbarossa, the hilt has been recovered, but Middleburg hides more secrets. Yes, there is a secret, I guess, bonus step you could call it, like epilogue of this Easter egg, and a different version of this Easter egg with different Easter egg steps completely, and it is much more like the traditional Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 Easter eggs. But hopefully watching this video gave you another level of appreciation for World War II zombies, especially the Final Reich. This is easily one of, if not the best non-Treyarch zombie maps ever made. And we're playing after the Easter egg is complete, so that's just another bonus. Also, I can't believe I went this whole game without using Frostline. Let's show you what it does. So we'll activate Frostline, and it just like, it's Ring of Fire Frenzied Guard. It's crazy, crazy powerful. And you're all dead. I probably should have activated it during that lightning step, but anyway, World War II Zombies is one of, if not the most underrated zombies game we've ever had. I know I sure underrated it when it came out. If you haven't checked it out, hopefully this April Fool's Day video convinced you to. And if you're looking for more underrated zombies content, be sure to check out this video and stay beautiful. And that game took just over 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's go.